Right now, the largest humanitarian crisis on the planet is unfolding in complete silence. Not Ukraine, not Gaza, Sudan. 400,000 dead, 14 million displaced. 34 million people, more than the entire population of Saudi Arabia, need emergency aid just to survive. And your news channel isn't covering it. Not because it isn't happening, but because powerful people don't want you to know. This is the harsh truth. April 15th, 2023. Sudan was on the edge of a real democratic transition. After decades of dictatorship, a civilian government was in place. There was hope. Then two generals who were once allies turned on each other overnight. General Burhan, commanding Sudan's official military, and General Hemeti, commanding a paramilitary force called the Rapid Support Forces. The URSF, what began as a power struggle, became something far darker. The RSF swept into Darfur, already scarred by genocide 20 years ago, and launched a campaign of mass killing, mass rape, and deliberate starvation. The UN confirmed it. The United States formally called it genocide. And the world looked away. Why? Follow the gold. Sudan produces over 80 tons of gold every year, and almost 90% of it never officially enters any market. It gets smuggled through Chad, through Libya, and ends up in one place: Dubai. U.S. intelligence agencies, the State Department, and the Defense Intelligence Agency both formally confirmed that the UAE has been supplying the RSF with weapons. Drones, missiles, armored vehicles, all routed through elaborate networks, some disguised as humanitarian aid. Sudan took the UAE to the International Court of Justice for complicity in genocide. The case was thrown out, not because the UAE was found innocent, but on a legal technicality. The crime was never examined. And the killing continued. Egypt arms the official military. Russia's Wagner mercenaries extracted gold concessions in exchange for political support. Turkey supplies drones to the army while officially denying it. This is not a civil war. This is a proxy war, fought over gold, Red Sea ports, and regional dominance. And every player has calculated that their interests are better served by the war continuing. So where is the outrage? When Ukraine was invaded, the world mobilized within days. Sanctions, emergency sessions, billions in aid. Sudan has been burning for 3 full years. The UN's own humanitarian coordinator stood before cameras and said, "Hear this clearly. Please don't call this a forgotten crisis. I'm calling this an abandoned crisis." Abandoned. A deliberate choice. In 2026, the UN's emergency appeal for Sudan is just 16% funded. 16%. Meanwhile, the UAE hosted a so-called humanitarian conference for Sudan, while simultaneously arming the militia committing the atrocities. This is not about taking sides. Both the RSF and the official military have committed serious crimes. This is about something larger. A world order that has decided some lives deserve headlines, and some lives deserve nothing. That a Muslim-majority African nation can be burned to the ground as long as the gold keeps flowing to the right refineries. 34 million human beings are being told through the silence of the world's cameras that their suffering does not count. Sudan will not fix itself. Not while the gold flows. Not while the weapons arrive. Not while the world keeps scrolling. The least any of us can do is refuse to look away. Because silence is complicity. And that is the harsh truth.